Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. It's GameSoup playing Excitebike on GameSoup Bikes.
My name is Joe.
Playing 3D Sen today, right? That was the name of the program. It's now
Correct.
available on Steam.
It is available on Steam.
And what is it? Well, I mean, I guess you can see for yourself. It's a 3D
I crashed again.
NES emulator. And emulators are legal. Just throw this out there. We'll get this out of the way at the beginning, right? Emulators are legal.
Emulators are legal. ROMs are not. I don't know. Nobody really knows the legality of ROMs, but the morality of ROMs is that they're extremely moral. So go ahead and download as many ROMs as you want and check out 3D Sen. Because look at how cool this looks.
This is amazing.
This looks better than 3D NES.
No, we did play 3D NES a
long time ago. Yeah, we played Mega Man and a couple other games on 3D NES, and it was pretty nice. But this looks a lot better.
Is 3D NES a different project, or is it this same project?
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same.
Okay, so it's just been
the
improved.
developers contacted us because we had played 3D NES before, so we would like to thank them for providing us with a Steam key for 3D Sen.
I'm amazed that this is on Steam, and happy.
Yeah, I wasn't sure of the legality of it, but yeah, as far as we know, emulators are pretty much legal, and
it just looks so good.
It looks great. It looks great. I really can't say anything bad about it.
Like, yeah, we couldn't even make a game that looks this good today in the year 2020. We couldn't do it. So I imagine that each game has to be like individually tailored, right?
Oh shit! I went to the title screen. You got to click on Excitebike again. There you go. Yeah, you got me back in. Nice. Thanks, Ed.
And I have control with the mouse. I can sort of pan.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, why don't you pan around a little bit while I'm pressing the buttons on the controller here.
And clearly, they must have decided individually which elements of the game needed to be three-dimensional.
Yeah, this is definitely all custom.
This is incredible, though.
Yeah, there's no way that this is...
Oh, yeah, there's nothing an algorithm could do to make this.
No.
It's impossible. And that's kind of what's so impressive about it. Because it requires basically... I think that's part of what's incredible about it to me, is the fact that it requires breaking down an NES game and individually enhancing certain elements. How do you even begin to do that?
And there's a lot of games, too. There's a lot of games that are supported on the list. And you do need to own the ROMs yourself. And by own, I mean, you just go to cherryroms.com or...
Are they still around?
I don't know. I don't know where you get ROMs anymore. Pirate Bay, you could just get a... You could just get a torrent with all the NES ROMs on it or something.
I was just thinking, like, nowadays you just Google blank blank plus ROM, and you're probably going to get a result.
Yeah, so you do need to provide the ROMs, and you do need to legally have access to said ROMs.
Right.
Which we, of course, do. We do own an original cartridge of Excitebike. Do you own an original Excitebike?
I have owned many copies of Excitebike in my life. Whether I own one right now or not is immaterial. Not legally, personally. Personally immaterial, because I've owned many copies of it. Does that count? To me, it does.
Do you know how many copies of Excitebike I have owned?
No.
Actually, 0. I've actually never owned a copy of Excitebike.
I have fond memories. So, fun story about this game. It has a save and load function where you can design your own custom tracks. But this game does not have a save battery.
I hit the wrong button. I'm going to go back.
All right. This game does not have a battery in it. Like Legend of Zelda was the first game to have a save battery. So
you couldn't save your tracks.
You could
build
save.
A track.
No, it has a function called save and a function called load. What does it mean, though?
This game works better as a downshot. I gotta say, I couldn't see what I was doing there.
Yeah.
I was messing around with the perspective there.
So as long as you don't restart the game, sure, you can save and load a level. But actually, the level editor in this game, I remember having a lot of fun with. I mean, granted, it's a pretty limited game in the grand scheme of things, but
it is really fun. Like the way it controls is still really fun.
Yeah. Now I have to assume this was an early NES game, right?
Yeah, this was very early. Okay. Very, very early. This might have been... If I had to guess, I would say this was released in 86.
Was that the year that the NES came out?
No, 83 was the release of the NES.
It was?
Yeah, this might have been earlier than that, actually.
Wait.
This was one of the first games for NES.
You're saying the NES came out in 83 and the SNES didn't come out until...
91. Yeah.
There was a console generation that was 8 years?
Yep. Yeah, NES was a long, long generation.
I feel like that doesn't happen anymore.
No, I don't know. Was the Xbox 360 and PS3? I feel like that was a pretty long generation, actually. I don't know if it was 8 years, but
I don't know. I thought 6 years was kind of like the minimum.
Pretty standard. Yeah.
Yeah. That's an intriguing question, actually. Because, yeah, now that you say it, I guess 8 years isn't really that long, but for some reason, I don't know, I just thought it was shorter than that. I don't know, Excitebike, like, on its own, it's not that fascinating of a game, honestly.
Let's try track number 3.
Alright. I like your temp is rising before you even move.
I think it's because I was holding the A button, actually, before I started moving.
Yeah,
But your temp can only go up to about half when you press the A button.
Yeah.
But if you press the B button, you go faster, but it increases your temp.
Here's a question, though.
That's kind of the mechanic of the game. Oh, yes, overheat.
Yeah, but do you actually go faster? I've never noticed that you go
do.
faster.
Yeah, you definitely go faster.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Prove it in a court of law.
I can do that. I could do that.
Prove it.
I would have to demonstrate my Excitebike skills in a court, but I think I could do that. Well, look at how much of a downshot this is. I've never played Excitebike in this perspective before, and I'm going to do it. Well, look at how crazy this looks.
Show me why the B button is better and faster.
See, it goes faster.
Now press the A button.
Slower.
You're not
I already
going
have.
slower.
I have a little bit of speed built up though.
You are not
I have the
going-
momentum. It's called momentum.
No, you're not going any slower than you were before.
Here, all right, watch. Here we're going A. This is regular A speed.
Yep.
Now we're going B speed. Faster.
It is the exact same speed.
Leave it in the comments if you agree with Joe or Ed. Does the B button go faster in Excitebike, or does it not?
I know it does something because it raises your temperature and overheats you. I know it does something, but
it sends you over the ramps faster. That's for sure. Look at how fast I'm going over these fucking ramps. I just hit the. Why are those speed bumps on the track at all? Doesn't that make it less exciting for the racers and more dangerous for the racers and less exciting for the audience?
Absolutely.
I can understand crashing on a big ramp like that. That's exciting for both the racer and the viewer for different reasons.
Wait, there's also
but
shadows.
The speed bumps?
Yeah.
Yeah, there are shadows. This is pretty interesting. This is pretty neat. Ranking number 6.
We'll play a different game. They've got so many.
I feel like we should probably play a different game, but I feel like I really want to conquer Excitebike. But we'll play a different game. We'll be right back. All right, we're gonna take out Ghosts and Goblins now.
I've never played this game, believe it or not.
I have.
For the
I have
NES?
played it
Really?
when I was a child. Yes.
Yeah.
It's quite bad.
Whoa.
Why don't you pan us around? Use the mouse and just pan us around so we can see. We can just see the glory of the 3D Sen here.
I mean, maybe at some point this effect becomes less impressive, but it is impressive.
I mean, the best view is still the side view, but it's like
this view,
it still
right?
looks more interesting even when it's in a perfect side view than a classic NES game. I would say more interesting just because we haven't seen it as much.
Plus, you can zoom out.
Yeah,
and
you can zoom out and
yeah.
in, and you can pan around.
And also, you can go backwards.
Yeah,
look at that.
Yeah, you can go backwards, and the control does not switch. So these random zombies are really precarious now at the scrolling it around like this. But keep scrolling it around actually, because it's fun to look at. Yeah, these zombies are almost completely random. I think they can actually just come up right under you anytime. These zombies really are. There's no thought to the emotional state or care for the player in the design of Ghosts and Goblins.
Wait, this is the world map?
Yeah.
This game's impossible.
Oh, it's impossible. Believe me, it's impossible. This is one of the hardest games in the history of old games.
Now, am I thinking of Ghouls and Ghosts for the SNES? Is that a different game?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's the same. It's Capcom. It's the same company, same concept, but also quite hard. Wait, I turned into a fucking frog.
Why?
I don't remember actually. I don't remember that frog mechanic actually. I really don't. It's interesting. I remember playing as a naked man most of the time because if you get hit once, you turn into a naked man. If you get hit twice, you die.
I wonder
And
if
you get different weapons, which all essentially do the same thing. You start with a lance, which throws straight at the enemies. You can get a fireball, like a fiery rock, which throws at a slight arc, but it's mostly straight. Or you can get a knife, which throws straight.
I want to see if Monster Party is on here, because that was a weird game.
I doubt it. That was a weird game. That game's nightmarish.
No. Is that it?
There's a dead pixel? Yeah, it is. It's in 3D Sen.
My god, thank god. Okay. I thought that was on my monitor.
There's a dead pixel, like, on the right side of the screen. I don't know if you can actually even see it in the video.
It doesn't look like it's showing up in OBS, but it might.
It might. It's one pixel. It is one pixel,
god.
so it might not be showing up in OBS.
I got so scared.
It's not there anymore.
Yeah, thank god.
Oh, there it is. I see it now.
It's back.
Yeah. All right, we got the lance.
So, yeah, I've never played this version of the game. I've only played Ghouls and Ghosts or whatever the successor is.
I mean, none of them. I wouldn't recommend playing any of them. Really.
Yeah, right.
They were with save states, maybe.
They were NES hard, but not even good. Well, I shouldn't say not even
at all.
good.
And some of the enemies in this game also have life bars that are just a number of hit points that is just silly. Oh, that's Firebrand. This character right here. Oh, he killed you. Firebrand. He was. He spawned his own game series called Gargoyle's Quest.
I've heard of that. I heard that's a good series.
Yeah, it's actually great.
So,
I think we might have played Gargoyle's Quest 2 on the channel.
I wonder.
Don't quote me on this, but I feel like we might have played Gargoyle's Quest 2 on the channel. It's a great game for the NES. And it was a spin-off, essentially, of Ghosts and Goblins, but starring that just regular enemy that swoops down and kills Arthur there. Here's
what I'm curious about. There are so many settings here. I bet the games would look even better with... like, look, it looks smoother already, even the text. Like...
This looks smoothed out a little bit.
It looks filtered a little bit. Start up again.
All right.
I'm curious.
I keep forgetting. Old NES games, you can't press A to start. You actually have to press the start button to start the game. It was called the start button for a reason, because it started the game and no other button did so. Nah.
So I'm going to play with some of the settings here.
Okay.
This looks smooth, right?
It looks smoother,
a little like blurred almost, but let's try a different aliasing setting.
Okay.
That looks even worse, actually, I think.
Yeah, a little bit.
And wait, you can a quarter texture scale? Whoa! Look at that.
It's very blurry.
Why would you ever choose this option? I'm gonna pause it again.
Yeah, do it. I mean, I'm not trying to win here, so.
I was just curious about what the options are. Skybox? I don't really. Oh, that's whatever's around the game. Check.
Oh, there you go. It's got like some stars in the background. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, and you can also change it to fantasy.
That's not good. That doesn't look good at all.
That's very not
It's interesting. It's nice that it's there, but it's not good.
What about that is fantastic?
Maybe for some games it's going to look good.
Yeah.
Because you can probably use this fantasy setting in any game. For Ghosts and Goblins?
No.
It looks awful.
Yeah.
But the stars look kind of cool.
All black. It's called gradient, but it's not.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's just
I wonder if it's dependent on...
It might be dependent on the game. I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking like it could be dependent on the color palette of the game. Right?
Yeah,
this game is mostly green.
Yeah, so maybe that's why the fantasy one was green. I don't know. I think this is more about looking at the 3D Sen, looking at the emulator rather than focusing on the games and exploring what the games are. You can download the games yourself. It's emulation. It's free. It's legal, sort of, and it's moral. So what should we check out?
Zooming Secretary.
I've never heard of Zooming Secretary. Do we even have the ROM for that? We do not.
How is this even a game? Is this really a game?
It's got to be very rare because we do not have the ROM for it. All right, we're going to have to try something else because we don't have the ROM for Zooming Secretary. Hit cancel. Hit cancel on the bottom.
How is that one of like the 6 pages of games that they decided to 3D?
Shadow of the Ninja. That's a good game.
Shadow of Ninja?
We might have played that on the channel already, but I mean, yeah, we haven't played it in 3D NES, and I'd be interested to see what this looks like in 3D.
I'll know what it is when I see it.
It's an old Natsume game. Shadow of the Ninja. It's a well-known game. It's definitely going to be in there. I mean, not well-known, but it's a pretty mainstream game. It's definitely going to be in our ROM collection, and it was.
Shadow of the Ninja, 1990.
Yeah. Can I press start? Start. A, B, B, B. Start. Select. Huh. Oh, there we go. Somehow it worked now. All right, so we can play it. I think they're both pretty much the same. So we'll just play as Hayate here. Yeah, here we go. Great music in this game. Great music. Solid control. And, yeah, solid graphics and level design. Like, everything about the game. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, you can, like, climb. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. You can climb on the... on any ceiling, pretty much. So we slash this, we get a special attack.
God, the sound effects in this game take me back.
Yeah. And this is not the most popular of the old NES games, but I would say this is on the list of the 30 best NES games. I would say there's probably roughly, if I had to guess, about 30 really good and playable NES games out of, I don't know, 700 or so, hundreds of games. I would say this is probably in the top 30 of most playable and fun. So if you're interested, if you're a younger viewer, I can't tell what's going on here. If you're a younger viewer, or if you're and you're interested in the history of gaming, this is definitely one worth checking out. Yeah, I love this song. This is like the boss song. No, you didn't get to hear much of it because I killed the boss real fast. But
I also noticed the Legend of Kage was on this list.
We should try that
Which
after
is a
this.
very silly game.
It is silly. Yeah, we should definitely check that one out. That'd be a good way to either end the episode or end the night of recording because we're running out of time.
Oh my
These are
god.
football players. They just run you off the edge. Look at these boxes. I've never seen 8-bit boxes look so good. Probably because they're actually cube shaped instead of just squares.
I gotta say, it is impressive. I'm still impressed. There's nothing about this I don't like.
Oh, you can't attack diagonally down, it seems like. I don't remember too much. I haven't played this in a very long time, obviously. But I remember having a lot of fun with this when I was younger.
I wonder what their plan is, if they're planning to 3D-fy every game in the NES library.
That seems like a daunting task.
Yeah, that's a tall order. But judging from the list, they've hit most of the highlights, you know.
Well, Shadow of the Ninja is definitely a highlight for me.
I noticed the Mega Man games, obviously, right? The Super Mario games, of course. You know, for some reason, there's one game I always think about, which is Little Samson. I didn't even play it that much. But for some reason...
That was one of the last games to
Yeah.
come out for the old NES, and
it was good.
yeah, very good. I mean, that was pretty much the epitome of NES platformers at the time, and even now, that's a playable game. That's gonna be on, that would be on my top 30.
Maybe that's why I like it so much. I keep thinking about it.
I try and name the top
Puyo.
30. For whatever reason, the number 30 always pops in my mind. For when I think, if I actually went through an entire list of NES games, because I've played most of them, I would probably be able to make a list of the games that I would consider actually good and that someone who was of a younger generation could go back and enjoy if they were interested in gaming history. Obviously, probably most younger people are not going to be interested in playing old NES games, but I think there's a decent amount that are interested in gaming history, that are really interested in game design and video games, and there is a lot to be learned from many old NES games. A lot of them are pretty much crap. You can play a couple of the crap ones and you can gain something from them about what not to do, but I would say I keep going back to the number, about 13 that would actually, or not 13, about 30 that would be worth your while playing for at least half an hour or so each to give yourself a history lesson.
Now, don't get us wrong. This is a bad game.
Yeah, you press up to jump.
But, oh my god, it's fun. Because look... because of the
Look what
amount
it looks like in
It actually
3D.
doesn't look good.
No, this is probably the worst looking game so far on the 3D NES. Do we have to go left here? Oh, we have to go left. I kind of forgot about that.
If I recall correctly, this is like an arena-style game. Because you can go left and you can go right. And I don't actually know if I know what the objective of this game is. All I know is that you can jump higher.
Really fucking high?
Yeah, and you can climb trees. And that's all I ever did in this game. So, is it fun? Yeah, because it feels like you can fly. Is it a good game? No.
No.
Because that happens.
That happens a lot. That's pretty much the game. So we can swing our sword, but look at how you swing your sword.
Why would you ever even
what's
do
the
that?
point of the A button? Why not just make the A button jump when your sword does this? You just lose anyway. You get in a sword battle with a guy and you just lose. I could be missing something. I'm sure I am. I've never gotten very far in Legend of Kage, believe it or not.
But you know what I'm saying?
Look at it.
Yeah, because look at it. But I love that you jump so high. I've never seen anybody else aim for the stars like that.
You
know
can
what I mean?
actually attack diagonally, but if you press up, so if you want to aim up and to the left, you have to jump. But you can attack up and to the left.
Right, because the up is jump.
Look at the tree. The tree is
Yeah.
really jiggle around when you're jumping around.
See those from the side. Yeah, I guess they don't... Like, the ground effects look good. But I think maybe the trees...
Legend of Kage, man.
It's not a good game, but I just wanted to see what it looked like in 3D. Well, that was a short one. Should we do one more?
Yeah, sure. Let's do one more.
Mappy!
We could do Legend of Zelda. You want to try the Zelda?
Nah, that's games for losers.
I'd be curious to see what that looks like. It's a top-down game rather than a side view game.
I feel
Playing
like
mostly top-down games.
Yeah, I feel like I won't be that surprised because I feel like somebody's already done this to some extent. Somebody's tried to make a 3D version of this game. I don't know. Might be talking about out of my butt head.
All right, we're gonna go right to the second quest here. Oops, I hit the wrong fucking button. You gotta click on that. You gotta press start. How do we get out of here?
Hit start.
I press start. Select. Oh, you have to press select.
Oh.
Then you go
to register. Kelda! It's Kelda. It's Kelda now.
We gotta replace it.
No!
Hit start.
Alright.
Go.
Hit select.
Select.
Start. Register. You want to register.
Register. Zelda. I
Hey.
forgot how to do this. Wow, that's really complicated. I didn't remember
Yeah.
how complicated that was. That's almost
Yeah.
really poorly designed. Okay, so obviously we want to go in here and get the sword, right?
It looks different than I was expecting.
It definitely looks a lot different than I was expecting. Here, let's take a look.
Do you know why? It's because we're trying to 3Dify a game that has a top-down perspective, which a top-down perspective, right, is by definition incorrect, right?
Yeah, I mean,
So-
yeah, it's probably gonna actually look best from like something like this.
Yeah.
I would bet.
Oh,
Yeah,
that looks
this
good.
actually looks pretty good. Yeah,
That looks
it's like
good.
just enough that you can see where the entrances and exits are.
Did Link always have those black things on him? Around him?
I don't think so. That's odd.
Yeah, because what was it like originally? The view.
These trees don't look like fucking trees at all.
No,
Like, these don't look like the trees in the original Zelda at all. These look
Yeah.
definitely different. Like the art's almost looks like it was created from scratch. It looks pretty good.
Look, the hearts spin around.
Yeah,
They
this
didn't
is
do that.
definitely different. This is definitely
Everything spins.
everything spins around. Yeah, this is definitely custom. This is not just an algorithm where just sent through a 3Difying I don't know, filter.
It's really
of some
impressive.
kind. But anyway, we can't buy something because we don't have any cash.
I mean, look, even the world map in the upper left corner, if I... Oh, the UI does not.
The UI doesn't move. Okay, that's actually really good.
So that is obvious. Yeah, that's a custom thing. I thought the UI was going to move
They
with it.
definitely put some time and thought into this. I mean, this is the best so far, I think.
Yeah,
I
color
would say
me
this is the best.
impressed.
Yeah, me too.
I had no idea that they were actually going to make modifications. I thought this was just like 3D NS. You know, like before it was just, it's in 3D. Look how cool it is.
Should we go to
Yeah.
the first dungeon? Maybe we should go to the first dungeon. I
Sure.
kind of remember the way. I think I'm going the wrong way though.
I have a
This might be right. I think this is right. I think if we go up here.
I have an admission. It's not a guiltful admission because I
No,
don't.
this is wrong. We're going the wrong way. We
I-
might be able to wrap around, but I want to get to the first dungeon.
Yeah.
So we might be taking the long way, or we might be going the completely wrong way. Yeah, this is the completely wrong way.
Oh. My admission is that I've never really played this game that much.
Oh.
But I have no shame and no guilt because
It's not a great game.
there you go.
Yeah, I'll admit it. I've beaten it, but I don't necessarily even know if it was worth my time. It's
Fine, right?
it's an interesting piece of NES history. I'm not sure if I would include it in my 30 games that must play games in the history of NES.
It's like the same thing, right? Like think about Metroid for the NES versus Super Metroid.
Yeah, obviously Super Metroid is just far better. I would definitely not include Metroid on my 30 games that are worthwhile.
But A
playing
Link to the
for
Past
NES.
meant plenty of people would.
Unless I couldn't find another 29 games that were really awesome. Okay, we're on the right track now. We're
Okay.
definitely going the right way to get to the first dungeon. We're gonna lose some life here, though. Probably on the way. Gosh, that's a lot of fucking enemies. There's a room full of bad guys going on there.
There you
Alright,
go.
so here we are. The first dungeon. I definitely remembered how to get to the first dungeon. So if we die, we will get to start the first dungeon over.
That good old sound effect.
Yeah, I always love this. I always love this song too. Oh, look at that! Look at the transition. Did you see that?
Oh, no, I
Looks
wasn't even
pretty
paying
cool.
attention, yeah.
Looks cool. Going from room to room here.
I have to see it.
I like that when you turn around in the old. This is one of the nice things about the control of the game is that you can turn around without really moving too much in the other direction.
Yeah.
You do a little bit. All right. Anyway, I died because I was fucking around with the turning around, but I knew we were gonna die, so we're gonna come back with 3 lives though. Just hit continue, and we will start at the beginning with full lives. It's been so long since they played this. I'm not sure if we have to go in here yet. I think we might get some if we kill all these guys. Let's find out. We get the boomerang, I think, in here in the first dungeon. If I remember right. Yeah, I used to play this quite a lot, actually, but it's been a long time. I was a kid when I played this a lot. Yeah, there we go. There's the boomerang.
Nice.
So we have to equip the boomerang.
Wow, that was cool.
So we select
Look at
it,
that.
and now we have the boomerang.
That effect
Yeah.
when you pull up the menu?
Let's check it out again. Actually, I wasn't really paying full attention. Let's see it again. That is really cool. It looks like what's the name of that game? Battleship. the board game.
Oh,
Sort of
okay.
like that, or like a laptop
Yeah.
computer, right?
Yeah.
And the screen is on the top there, or like a DS,
They're at
something like that.
what do you call that? Perpendicular
But it's in
planes.
3D. Yeah,
you know?
yeah, something like perpendicular planes or something close to that.
Man, I miss. Oof. God, I was just thinking about The World Ends With You. I've been thinking about it a lot recently because they just announced an anime
Oh, really?
adaptation of the series, and the game's been out for like 15 years.
Fuck. Man, this game's hard. I forget if we get to keep the boomerang. We might get to keep the boomerang if we continue here. That'd be nice. We do. Okay, that's great. That's actually really great game design. And from 1987?
Yeah. Well,
That's
you know,
pretty
these.
fantastic.
I mean, Nintendo pretty much pioneered it in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
I mean, who did it better than them at that point? Nobody, right?
I mean, there was. You could say Adventure was the predecessor to this, but I mean, this completely
Yeah.
for Atari. But this completely blows Adventure out of the water. Come on. Even if you're an old school gamer, you got to admit that this is that Legend of Zelda really blew it out of the water at the time. Now, is it a good game still? Not really.
You know, we played Star Tropics a couple of years ago, and I was afraid to go back and play it because I was afraid it wasn't going to be a good game.
Star Tropics 2 Zelda's Revenge.
Yes.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, you got to be specific.
It is a
because-
good game.
Yes,
As it turns out.
Star Tropics 2, pretty good game. It's a little rough around the edges at times, but I would say that's probably on my 30 games to play for the old NES. Oops, I tried to block his boomerang, and this is fucking harder than I remember.
Yeah.
New games baby you so much that I can't, like, the first dungeon in fucking Legend of Zelda. So they shoot those lightning swords at you, lightning fast. I really want to try one more time.
All right, yeah.
At least one more time, because I want to
Here,
see.
I have an idea that'll help you. Look at that. It's tiled on the back.
Yeah, that's.
How? Well,
And,
what
yeah,
do these correspond to?
And look at the.
What?
I don't know.
My
And look at the
mind-
birds on the front side. Look at the birds on the front side. They're tilted in a certain way.
Yeah.
They're tilted like 45 degrees from the ground. Like this is all custom.
This is amazing.
It looks great. I mean, if you haven't played these old NES games, I don't know. Is this the way that you would want to experience them for the first time? I guess you could do it.
I guess. I mean, I'm trying to think of a downside to playing a game for the first time in this perspective. I don't know. It seems pretty good to me, honestly.
Yeah, I wouldn't fault you for it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fault you either way, really. If you wanted to experience it in the original mode, the original 2D mode,
Yeah.
or in the 3D mode.
I mean, I never want to say that the definitive way to play something is to play it on a different console than it was released, because I do think that is still the definitive way, but this is pretty close. This is pretty close to...
Man, this is hard.
yeah.
Alright, these drops aren't gonna kill me though.
Also,
I'll tell you that.
when you swing your sword spins. You know, like all the items in the game were spinning, your
Oh
sword is
yeah, the
also
sword
spinning.
spins when you stab with it. Oh yeah, it does. I didn't notice that.
It has a timer that is always running, it seems.
Yeah, it seems like I think that's the case. Yeah, it seems like it is on some kind of a timer because it doesn't always spin out at the exact same spot. The exact same spot in the spinning animation. Interesting.
This is mind-blowing. So did you ever complete the original
I did, yeah.
quest of this game? But
Yeah.
How about the quest we're on now, the second quest?
I don't think so. No, I don't think I've ever beaten the second quest. I think I've attempted it, but never beat it.
Was it just a remix of dungeons?
Yeah, everything's pretty much remixed. It's like it's almost an entirely new game. Yeah, and if you put your name in as Zelda, you can go directly to the second quest, but you unlock the second quest if you just beat the game normally. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Because the only second quest I'm familiar with is Master Quest for the N64. Well, the DD, never released, but the GameCube.
I never picked up a key. Was there something in that last room?
It's kind of weird. The doors aren't showing up. Oh, they are showing up properly. We're just not looking at them.
Yeah,
correctly.
you just need to tilt the camera properly.
I meant like the bottom door, right? I thought that was a graphical glitch. It's not a glitch.
No, it's
Yeah.
just in 3 dimensions.
Whoops. Yeah.
But you can kill really weak enemies with the boomerang. Normally the boomerang just stuns enemies, but oh yeah, we can't get across here though. That's the map.
Can you grab items with the boomerang? Is there a game you can grab?
Oh, maybe we can grab that map
Yeah.
with the boomerang. Let's try that.
It is Ocarina of Time, the game where you can throw a boomerang at hearts and collect them or something, or rupees.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No,
No.
you can't grab it in
Okay.
this. Kind of forgot.
Oh.
Looks like I didn't run into the door. I ran into the door, but not quite. Not good enough. All right, we need to find the... Oh, I hate these Stalfos. These are called Stalfos. Did you know
Yeah.
that? These are the original Stalfos.
And look at what we've seen. We've seen bats, skeletons,
Yep.
slimes,
Moblins. Moblins are somewhat original.
and spiders. There are even like the what are those called? Jumpy boys.
Tektites.
Yeah.
Those are called Tektites in Legend of Zelda.
So I'm actually coming upon a revelation here. Even
We've
Zelda,
done this room already, though. This just gave us the boomerang.
Yeah.
So where the fuck do we get the fucking key? I don't even remember where to get the key. We have bombs, though. Maybe we get a bomb
Oh.
through a wall to get a key, though? In the first dungeon? Would they do something that complicated in the first dungeon? I kind of
second
doubt
quest,
that.
maybe.
It may be second quest. You might be right. We might have to
Did-
bomb a wall here.
Do the bombable walls in this game have a? Are they? Can you tell where they are?
No.
Oh, it's just like Gungeon then. You really don't know.
No.
Oh.
Okay. We can try it, though. Not that wall. We can try this wall.
If you guess wrong, you're just out of bombs.
Yeah, you just lose a bomb. It wasn't that one.
Oh.
Oh boy. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have just jumped into the second quest here. You try this wall. We only have one bomb after this though, so I don't know if we're gonna find it. Whoops, I wasted it. I wasted it. But maybe we'll get... Oh, it automatically switched me to the boomerang. That was nice of them to do that. I was just about to switch to the boomerang, but it turns out I was already switched to it because we ran out of the bombs. It's kind of a nice feature.
So you did clear this room already. And
Yeah.
Did we go in here? We did. There's
Yeah, we
nothing
did.
in here.
Yeah, we've cleared everything. There wasn't anything in here, so maybe this is a wall that you have to bomb. I don't really remember. The original Legend of Zelda is obviously extremely esoteric and difficult to figure out, and you pretty much need a guide to get anywhere in it. That's just the way that it's designed. You kind of just had to have a friend who had the Nintendo Power Player's Guide to Legend of Zelda if you played this in 1987, because no one could clear it without some kind of a guide. So, I don't think we're going to find the key to this door, but
No.
does it look good? Boy, does it look...
Yeah. Boy, does it look good.
It's very interesting. Very nice. Nicely done. 3D Sen.
Now available on Steam. That's kind of mind-blowing. Absolutely check it out. I think it's cheap too.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't check the price at all. I really have no idea how you price something like this, but you do need to have the ROMs. So you're gonna need to find those somewhere. But you know how to use the internet. You'll probably be able to find them readily available enough.
If you find this interesting, you probably already have the internet know how to find ROMs.
Yeah,
Right. So
probably yeah.
So check it out. And thanks to the devs
For providing us with a copy of this title,
Mm-hmm.
and thank you for watching.
GameSack.
We like you.